West, so they came all the way to Des Moines to have a hometown battle.
Well, it is a district rematch, and Scott Munson is a two-time placer here at the state and was fourth last year at 112. Matt Dickey is 29-3-1. Two of his losses have been to Scott Munson.
That's the way it happens quite often. Bill Ross of New Hampton is going to be the official you'll be listening to talk to the wrestlers during this match.
Scott Munson's a senior and Matt Dickey's a junior, Doug, and Munson with a 30-0 record going into these state finals. He's probably worked a long time to be where he's at, placing twice, and here he is in the finals.
And we're going to keep an eye on other matches, too, as they go at the 1A and 2A. We'll show you the participants in just a moment.
Okay, guys, here we go. Here we go now. Shake hands right out here.
And away they go. Munson walks right in and takes hold of Matt Dickey's head. Up at 1A, you're looking at Kevin Hogan of Edgewood East Colesburg against John Smith of Manly North Central. And Hogan is undefeated. He's won 66 in a row, defending champion. At 2A, it's Steve Pladsen of walk-on against Joe Moorman of Centerville.
Keep the action out.
We'll keep our eye on what's going on in those matches, and if this match ends early, we'll get to those. 119 pounds 3A class.
Both of these young men are real solid wrestlers, basic, solid, straight-ahead type of wrestlers. Scott Munson, like I said, has beat Matt Dickey twice this year. 1 point in a duel and two or 3 points in the district finals. It's always a good match. It's going to be the same tonight.
Oh, Dickey's in on a double leg, but it was countered well by Munson. Used good hip action to come away from it. That red and black uniform of Waterloo West has been worn by lots and lots of great wrestlers. They've won more state championships as a team than any other school in the state of Iowa.
And their current coach, Don Huff, has kept that tradition alive.
A senior against a junior here. The senior, Scott Munson, undefeated, is on the left. No score. We've used a little more than a minute.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Tie-up positions. Not much is happening here. They're angling for position, for balance.
Come on, guys, circle it up and go.
You're listening to Bill Ross tell him to move away from this position, do something.
Warning both of them, let's go.
And he warned them both.
Well, sometimes when you wrestle each other a lot, and this is the third time, that's the type of thing that happens. They both know what the other man's going to do, and they're a little overly cautious, Doug.
20 seconds to go in the first period.
We've got a situation in the 2A, Matt, where Steve Pladsen just pinned Joe Moorman. Steve Pladsen threw Joe Moorman onto his back early, and with 14 seconds left in the match, Steve Pladsen from walk-on has scored a fall over Joe Moorman from Centerville.
Break it, guys, now. We got to pick the second period up.
Now we're at the end of the first period in which not much happened between Scott Munson and Matt Dickey.
At 1A, Matt, Kevin Hogan, the defending state champion, 33-0 here this year, leads 8-2 over John Smith from Manly North Central. That's Kevin Hogan now on his back. John Smith just threw Kevin Hogan on his back. Now Kevin Hogan has John Smith on his back. And he just got a fall. Kevin Hogan, defending state champion, just won his second. What a flurry, Doug, from Edgewood Colesburg. Just won it.
And we have to tell you about it. It just happened that these things are happening while we're watching a scoreless match between Scott Munson and Matt Dickey. Wow.
Yeah, let's go, let's go. Right here.
No score. Very, very careful here. Each man has been warned. We have a minute and 15 to go in the second period.
These young men have it all to themselves right now. We've had a couple of exciting first period falls there. Actually, that was the second period with Kevin Hogan in a real flurry there. Edgewood Colesburg pitting John Smith from Manly North Central.
In on the leg. This is the first real takedown attempt by either man, actually, that you could actually see. But it goes to a stalemate. Munson was in on the leg of Matt Dickey. We're at 119 pounds. The third weight class. The team championships have been decided at 1A and at 2A. Lisbon just
the F
ran
forward,
away
let's
with
go.
it because they had so many lights on that team, and they aren't the only ones. They're a solid phalanx of
They really did. They had,
wrestlers for Brad Smith.
it's one of the best, if not the best, Lisbon team ever, Doug.
Let's go.
And at 2A, New Hampton has clinched the title, but it's still undecided at 3A here, although West Des Moines got a real leg up when Jason Jewett pinned Brent Paulson at 112. Outside single by Scott Munson.
Now, there still hasn't been any action points in this match, but it's 1-1 because they've both been worn and they've both been penalized 1 point each. So it's 1-1 going into the third period. No action points yet, Doug.
Okay, guys, third period.
And there's a stalemate at the, well, actually the period ended, but it was just about to be called a stalemate.
There's Jerry Springer, the coach Waterloo Columbus, in his first year at Columbus.
Don Huff is the coach at West Waterloo.
In on him.
All right.
Got one green circle, Red.
Now, rather than stay on the feet, that's interesting.
Stay on the mat.
That Dickey decided to let him go. That Dickey decided to,
that's puzzling.
Yeah. If he's going to get a takedown, he can get a takedown.
That was
rather than Munson let him go.
Let him back in now. Got to make sure we let him back in.
But why not?
Choice to be down.
Absolutely. Why not? So now, if Scott Munson is going to keep an undefeated season, he's going to have to get after it here because Dickey leads now 2-1, and Dickey's in on the leg.
The hip action there by Scott Munson gets him out. Now they're in an over, each of them in an over and under situation.
Got to let him in.
And we're running out of time in the third period. 1:15 to go. 2-1 in favor of the man in the red and black uniform, Matt Dickey of West Waterloo. We haven't had any takedowns.
Now, right there, Scott Munson was able to snap Matt Dickey down, get him out of position just for a second, but he wasn't able to react fast enough right there. Dickey back in, and they're both in the over and under situation.
Well, it would appear that Dickey has been very well schooled about what Munson likes to do, and Munson doesn't want to try anything different.
Well, you're right, Doug.
Come on,
and
guys,
they're in
let's
a
go.
situation now that somebody's got to stop being cautious right here. Munson's going to have to open up a little bit.
They each have been warned. They each been penalized. He likes to go, obviously he likes to go after the left leg.
Well, there's only 35 seconds left right here, and Matt Dickey is in the driver's seat right now. You're not going to see him get overly aggressive. Munson has to go right now, 25 seconds.
And Dickey has the front headlock position, too.
Let's go. Stalemate.
Stalemate with, what, 18 seconds to go.
There he's down in single leg right there. All he has to do is follow through. He's got the single, 10 seconds left. He's trying to kneecap, drive it through. He's not going to get it done because that's good hip action by Matt Dickey. Matt Dickey's going to win the state championship.
So the third time is the charm.
Third time is the charm. We see it happen so often.
Shake
You lose
hands,
a couple
guys.
times, the third time, there it is.
Hands, okay? Your hands,
And
son.
at 3A, 119 pounds, Scott Munson's undefeated record goes out the window, and Matt Dickey of West.
You bet, Doug. In Class A at 119 pounds, so far this tournament, Kevin Hogan of Edgewood-Colesburg, who was the champ last year at 112, had scored nothing but pins. Well, he added another one with 2 minutes and 26 seconds gone in his match with John Smith of Manly North Central. He scored a fall. Actually, John Smith had Kevin Hogan. Hogan was ahead 10-4. John Smith had him in a predicament, but a quick reversal by Hogan led to that fall at 2:26, and Hogan is another champion. Dick Trotter went on in 2A.
All right, Dean, we also had a fall at 119 pounds in 2A. Steve Pladsen left no doubt in anybody's mind from the very first takedown early in the match that he would be the state champion from walk-on as he pins Joe Morgan of Centerville in 1 minute and 46 seconds. Your champion, Steve Pladsen. Now back to you, Doug.
Thank you, gentlemen. Dick Trotter.
Third place, Todd Kimpson, corner. Runner-up, John Smith, Manly North Central. The Class 1A 119-pound champion from Edgewood-Colesburg, Kevin Hogan.
That's Kevin Hogan. He won it in a big way. Sorry you missed the 6'5" and 4 at 119 pounds in 1A. Maybe you could see your next door neighbor, somebody down the street from your hometown, up on the stand. Now 2A.
19-pound award, Coach Rick Danielson of Walk-On. 6th place, Dan Cleese, Cedar Rapids, LaSalle. 5th place, Adam Hutchinson, Manchester, West Delaware. 4th place, Corey Muhlenbach, St. Ansgar. 3rd place, Todd Huffman, Storm Lake. Runner-up, Joe Moorman, Centerville. And the 2A 119-pound champion from Walk-On, Steve Pladsen.
Too. Those 119-pounders were explosive out there at 1A and 2A. Let's go to the 3A. 119.
Presenting the Class 3A 119-pound awards, Coach Don Huff of Waterloo West. 6th place, Mark Kelly, West Des Moines Dowling. 5th place, Brian Howell, Maquoketa. 4th place, Sean Martin, Cedar Rapids, Jefferson. 3rd place, Derek Monsier, Newton. Runner-up, Scott Munson, Waterloo, Columbus. The 3A 119-pound champion from Waterloo West, Matt Dickey.
Matt Dickey wins it for Waterloo West. Let's meet our newest 4-time state champion, talking with Dean Borg.